Hey guys, welcome back to another video on the Road Empire. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some trees for your model train layout. Alright guys, so first we're going to need a few materials to make these trees. The first thing we're going to need is these tweezers. These are some small little tweezers, and they work good for pulling the hot glue gun strands out, the strands from hot glue out of your trees. So they're not required, but they're highly recommended. The next thing you will need is some brown paint. I'm using just some raw umber acrylic paint. We're also going to need toothpicks, approximately 3 toothpicks per tree. Eventually I'm going to switch over to using some fondue sticks and make bigger trees with thicker trunks. And we're also going to need a paintbrush, some of the Woodland Scenics clump foliage, I think is how you pronounce it. So as you can see, I've got myself a whole tray of here. I've actually got another one of these under the layout, a hot glue gun, and yeah, that's really all we need. And again, our trees will look like this when we are finished. So pretty realistic, and you can make the trunk however long you want it. Alright, so let's get right into the building. Alright guys, well what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my little bit of foam, I'm going to set aside these, and I'm going to work on sticking my toothpicks into the foam. You want to make sure they're pretty stiff, because this foam is going to be holding them while we paint them. So we'll put in a few more. There we go. That will get us 2 trees. You can see one here I have painted before off camera, that was extra, and then there's some other ones we're going to paint. So what I like to do is I like to take my paint, and I just like to put a little dab of it just on the side of the foam there. I'll move this a little bit closer so you guys can see. And yeah, we're just gonna start painting it. You don't need to cover the whole thing. If you can still see little marks of the wood, that's okay, because from a distance and even up close, it's just gonna look like wood, like real trees, if like maybe a little bit of the bark was missing. So yeah, now we're just gonna get right into painting the trees. Alright guys, so now that we've got our sticks painted, I took a few of them out and I made one more tree that is sitting over there, you can see. But now we're going to take these 3 out and we are going to make another tree. Alright, we're going to put all this aside and keep the foam here. So, what we're going to want to start by doing is picking one for our tree trunk. So I'm going to be picking this one, just one of the ones I painted. And you're going to want to cut these to the size you want each branch. So I usually go for about 1 inch, maybe a little more. So we're going to need a total of 4. So now this one here, I just cut that one about 1 inch. It's about 1.5 inches. So I'm going to cut it probably 1 1/4 inches. Just because we do want different size branches. You're in the end, you don't actually end up seeing them. They're really just there to hold the leaves. But yeah. Alright, now that we've got those cut, we're going to go and attach them on our trunk. To do this, we take our branches, we put a little bit of hot glue on the end, and we stick it on. Alright guys, now you can see I have all of these glued on here, all 4, and then we've got the one coming at the middle. So then I brought my bushes up over here. I've got this tray, which has got quite a few. It's got a little bit of green on this side and darker green on this side, and then I've got this other tray here that's got them just fully mixed. So yeah, I've got two different trays I can pick from. This one has a lot bigger chunks and this is a lot smaller chunks, so I'll just keep them both here. But yeah, pretty much then we're just gonna take some glue and we're gonna put it on one of the branches here and on the trunk there. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick one of our larger sized pieces and stick it on right there.